Hey, what's up, folks? Welcome back to another 3D Hangouts. My name is Noah Ruiz. I'm a designer here at Adafruit, and joining me every week is my brother Pedro. Hello, Pedro.
Good morning, everybody. Pedro Ruiz, Creative Tech here at Adafruit, and every week we're here to share 3D printed projects featuring electronics from Adafruit.
That's right. This is a show where we combine 3D printing and DIY electronics to make inspirational projects. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. It is Wednesday, March 11th, 2026. This is episode 519. We're hanging out in all the usual places. If you'd like to join us in the Discord chat room, that is up for folks. Discord.gg/Adafruit is the URL. It's up there in the purple bar. So if you haven't joined the Adafruit Discord, please do so, and you can hang out with a bunch of cool, like-minded maker folks. We're also streaming on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitch, and X. So if you have any comments, questions, in any of those channels, we can bring your chat into the show and talk about it. And we'll add links and everything throughout the show so folks can get access to all the things we're talking about if there's an associated link. I'm going to go ahead and start the show off with some freebies. We'll talk about the monthly, weekly sale that we have this week, and then a coupon code to round it off. So while supplies last, supplies have been sold. We've run out of supplies. So right now we only have 2 freebies available. If your order is at $99 or more, you're going to get a free PCB coaster with the Golden Adafruit logo. And then at the top tier at $199, if your order tops out at $199, you'll get the free PCB coaster plus free UPS ground shipping for continental US only. These get automatically added to your cart. And I had another thing about that. Adafruit.com/free is where you can get the details for that. We have a sale going on for this week. We're calling it the Pi Plus Week Sale. Now it's the Raspberry Pi A Plus Week Sale. So if we go to the link at the top of the website, it'll take you to the category. And these are all Raspberry Pi accessories that are on sale. Wicked prices here. So check this out if you need a case or an accessory for your Raspberry Pi Model A Plus. Anyway, at checkout, if you do want to pick up an order, please use our coupon code. It'll get you 10% off your order. Pixel Grid is the coupon code, and it's good for the next 24 hours. It expires tomorrow, so you have some time to put your order in if you do want to order something today. And that is the sales, freebies, and all that this week.
Beautiful.
Good stuff. All right.
Got a couple of prototypes this week. You want to go first?
I think it's funny that, yeah, sure. I think it's funny that we're both, there was a week where we were both doing a lamp, but they were vastly different. And this week we're both doing a sort of a gridded RGB LED diffused display, and they're vastly different. Yours is completely different type of RGB LEDs. Mine's are NeoPixels. Yours are RGB LEDs.
Yours is involved with MIDI. Mine's is
like a clock with like this cool animated thing. Mine is a MIDI interactive display that's inspired by the, I don't even know what to call it, the light billboard from the movie Close Encounters of the Third Kind, a movie from the 70s directed by Steven Spielberg. Shout out to Carter for that suggestion.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I really like that.
Last week I had one strip of NeoPixel LEDs that were diffused in a grid, and it was an interactive MIDI art display. This week, let's see if I can pull it up. This week we have the, what is it, 6x12 display that's inspired by the light billboard in that movie, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. So it got a 3D printed frame, 2 of them, 2 grids that are held together with some brackets. We have some feet to stand it up. For the LEDs, I'm using the NeoPixel seed style these guys, they're like seeds, they're strands, they're these very flexible wires with these little pebbles, these NeoPixel pebbles. They are NeoPixels, so they have one data wire, and they have like a pitch of, I think, 2 inches, which ends up working really well. So what I ended up doing with the grid is I added a little bit of a rectangular cutout where I can just press fit the pixels through the hole and then just kind of daisy chain them in however format I want. So this is a serpentine layout where it does a zig and zag, and it creates this grid. I kind of fashioned my own cable here that plugs into this prototype board. It's a QT Py RP2040 with a NeoPixel BFF, because that just makes it easy to connect there with the 3-pin JST cable. And then I have a little carrier board here. This is the BFF Squad designed by Liz Clark that you can get from her GitHub repo. We might start making these at some point to stock in Adafruit, but for now, I just have this as a testing bed. So really easy connection and wiring setup. I really like this approach because I'm not having to use the NeoPixel PCB flex things where I have to solder a bunch of them together and then I have to create a backing. This is very non-destructive. These are not glued in place. I can pop this out like that, and that's a really easy assembly now, especially since I don't really mind that there's an open back here. It actually looks very clean in the shot, but all I really care about is the front. So what I'm working on is
that looks beautiful.
yeah, what I'm working on here is like trying to figure out a good diffusion. I am using a 2-layer thick white PLA right now for these two, but I think I'm going to move away and use some of this black LED acrylic because it just makes the colors saturate so much. Once you get it really close up there, it gets really nice. Let me see if I can. I'm kind of still working on the design. I need to find a way to make this outer frame less flexy, so I can just pop this out, and there you can see how the grid is arranged. It's just a 2mm wall across this arrangement, but there you can see how the pixels are kind of showing through. Now I might want to go in here and like fine tune the position of these because some of them are a little bit more angled than others, but that's not a big deal. Once I put this and bring it up there, it looks a little bit better. There's a little hot spots there, but once it's all lit up, I think it looks okay. So still some more things to be experimented with. I think if I back it up a bit,
yeah,
you'll get more diffusion because the further away you are, the more diffusion you get. Because right now it's kind of doing like the spotlight effect, which isn't bad. I think it's okay. Yeah, wow, you can really see the greasy fingerprints there. But anyway, this is black LED acrylic. We stock this in the shop. You can cut it with a scoring tool or a laser cutter or a power tool like a table saw or whatever. But I'm just gonna get some and cut it appropriately with probably the scroll saw or something. But yeah, this is the progress I have so far. I like I said, I do want to do a little bit more design improvements because look at this weird flexi bit. I need to find a way to get this to be more firm. But it's kind of neat. I like the feet. The feet have these. It's kind of hard to move this giant display around. So the display is 16 inches wide by however inches this way. The reason why these are split into 2 is because it doesn't fit on a 256 square cubed build volume 3D printer. So I split it in half, and then I'm just using these 2 brackets here to secure the frame together. So it kind of clamps the 2 grids nicely. And then there's a little bit of a lip here that allows a piece of something, diffusion material, to fit on the front here. So that is the progress, making pretty good progress. It came together very easily because I think this is the right way to kind of do a grid now, is instead of soldering a bunch of pixels together or soldering a bunch of flex PCB of strands together, just use a nice Pebble strand. Now, they're not as bright as the NeoPixel strip flex PCBs, but I think it's okay. So yeah, that's the progress. We do have these Can you see that? Yeah. We have these in stock, $30 for 200 LEDs. That's a pretty good deal. They are somewhat waterproof. As you can see here, you can wash them, but don't dunk them underwater. They are, I think, epoxy or some sort of hard coat. They're not soft. The actual pixel pebbles, seeds, whatever we want to call them, they're kind of hard. But the pixel or the wiring, it's like a nice PVC, PVC coating. But you can still cut them. You can, daisy chain different ones together. So that works well. They are, individually addressable. It's not just one color. Each one can be, addressed. They've been used exclusively by Erin St. Blaine. She's used it in so many of her projects.
I think she requested we stock them.
Yeah, she actually requested we stock them. Yeah. So I'm glad she did because, I looked at so many different types of NeoPixels. Even these right here wouldn't work because they're just too bulky, They're too bulky and they're not enough. There's only 20 of them. So I'd have to look at the price. I'd have to buy a bunch more to get. Okay, so there's 72 pixels total in this arrangement because it's a 6x12 grid. But that's because I'm referencing the light billboard in the movie Close Encounters. In the movie they do a really good job of like using actual music theory, I think. So why is it 12? Well, because there's 12 notes in an octave. And so there's 6 different octaves here. So you basically have like a whole full-size keyboard and then some. So that's pretty cool. I just have the LED.
Related to that note.
Yeah.
Carter is asking, does anybody know how that was mapped in the movie? It's 6x12. It seems like 12 notes, 6 octaves. Maybe it was just random Hollywood magic.
I think a little bit of that. Where are you, Carter? There you are. Wow, that yeah. It's funny. I watched it over the weekend, and I was not miffed, but like I was a little surprised that basically the last act of the movie is where you see the kind of all the scientists and engineers that are like, they set up this like little landing area for the aliens to spoiler alert. Yeah, they don't talk about like how they created the light billboard or anything about the light board, why they even have a light billboard. It's kind of, they have it there and it's interesting. I like how vague they keep some of the main plot points in the movie. Yeah, at one point they talk about changing the octave. Yeah, it's funny because like there's an actual guy with a giant piano synthesizer that's like doing the notes, and then they like go to this tape reel where it's like automatically playing. I think that's a little weird. Not weird, but like not true to how it would be. Whatever. I don't know.
Funny.
Yeah, it is kind of funny. But yeah, the next thing is I'm just going to play around with the MIDI interactivity of it all. Sorry, I keep doing the wrong scene. Why don't we switch over to Pedro, and I'm going to switch the code.py because this is just an animation to show all the LEDs running, because the way it's actually going to work is with a piano, and you have to play piano to get thing to light. Which I'm not really
set up the mode.
I know. I am going to set up the mode, but it's going to take me a little bit. So there's going to be some dead air. So I need you to come in and show it off, and then we'll go back to me. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Because I got to get my keyboard out. I have to connect the keyboard. I have to make sure that the DAW has the right MIDI channel selected. Yeah, so I'll be right back, but we're gonna finish. I'm gonna play out the prototyping segment. So why don't we jump into Pedro, who's got another NeoPixel not a an RGB LED pixel display. Yeah.
Yes, continuing on with the prototyping. So PT had an idea of this really cool art form that is like blurry art, and I've never seen it. And then Dan during the meeting suggested it as well. So I want to show off what the inspiration for that was. it is, where did it go? Here it is. So this one is the one that PT sent over. I forgot to link the one that Dan had. Go over to the site so you can scrub through. But yeah, it's basically like blurred artwork where you can kind of tell what it is. Looks like this is like a beach scene, but these are quite abundant apparently. So it's always cool to see inspirations like that. And then I was going to jump on this, and then I saw that somebody had made a clock with the same sort of style of the blurriness in the background. So I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, we could totally build this with a matrix display, have like the diffusion on top. You can see here that it's usually like a super thick diffusion. I was thinking, oh, okay, because they're probably using acrylic to, you know, have it be super blurry. You have to have it so far away. We can have it closer using 3D printing. So here is what my version looks like. So it changes depending on what time of day it is. So there's a different one for the morning, during the day, evening, and at night. And I can flip all through those. So, so let me actually explain what that was. So there's two different modes, one for filming and one for demoing. So Claude added the ability to change between depth so that it matches the shutter speed on a camera. So I'll just use that version, and then we can flip through what the different versions was. So I think this is like the evening, and the colors get a little bit, yeah, you can see here the refresh rate gets messed with a lot, which is funny. The Fujifilm, what I'm using over here, camera, is able to pick up the refresh rate really good. So it'll make it easier when I'm actually filming for the project and doing the guide pictures. I'm only going to use this mode for the webcams here, since it looks like it goes off a little bit, like the colors that I'm using. But you can kind of see here, it is the hour hand and the minute hand, and then the little dots that don't show up as well for the 5-minute markers. So real clock, it's using the, what is it, the NTS, or the Wi-Fi to sync up and then be able to do the spring and the fall time changes. So it knows how to do that. Keep pressing the wrong one. We go to the next one here, I think is the evening. And to mitigate the PWM pulsing that I was seeing on there, there's like a bunch of glow effects and a bunch of like ramping and radial fall off, like gradients, so that it has it to a minimal. So before I had all those effects on there, the whole screen and especially the hour and the minute hand were pulsing. So Claude went in and added a bunch of glows and gradients to keep the pixels from exhibiting that sort of pulsing behavior. So here's the evening one. And again, these are a little bit off to what they actually look like. It's a little bit more like there's more ramping and fall off. So that's what it looks like in real life for the camera version. So you don't see that weird shutter that's not matching up with the camera. So if you look at the parts here, same thing. We're using the gray translucent PLA. So I have these little nubs here and here that snap into the 32 by 32 matrix display. So these little nubs go into these little slots that are on each side of that. You can see here what that looks like without it. And then check out the gray. It looks like it's just a regular gray color. So you put it up against the light. It is a translucent from Panachrome. I grabbed this as just to play around with, but it turns out it was like the best material for me to use. I use this in the lamp diffuser as well. And yeah, we have a little stopper on the inside here so we can control the depth of it. So we can control how blurry it gets. This is about 10 millimeters of the distance from there. So you increase it more. You can see there how I tested what the distance for that was. So here's like a happy medium where you can kind of see the pixel still. I'm still gonna play around with it, see if I can get it a little bit more blurry than this, because not just the distance, because we're printing this, we can also affect the blurriness by having more shells. So this is at 0.0 6 millimeter thickness. So if I add like one more layer, which would be 0.2, printing it at 0.8 next, I'll maybe increase the blurriness to maybe, you can kind of see there, like if I turn it to the side, you can see it more blurry than it is when it's right on. But more like extracted out. You keep seeing that thing where kids don't know how to read analog clocks. This is a good way for the kids to learn how to tell time with an analog clock.
Nice. Very cool.
I should probably add a mode where it shows you the time with numerals.
Okay.
While keeping the background going.
Yeah.
I'll play around. You were saying the 5-minute ticks, don't come out as good. I'll try that with originally I tried it with black, but it was giving like that weird pulsing, like it was so distracting.
It wouldn't stay good. Black, yeah. It wouldn't stay off.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting.
So I'll try more now with that glow effect that we have going on. See if that mitigates that. Ooh, ow. Shocked me touching the back there.
What?
Yeah. Because the back is exposed. So
yeah, it is.
Here.
Yeah. I mean, it is 5 volts, but that's
it just tickled.
It just tickled.
Yeah. So I think I want to mess with the orientation so it hangs on the wall. It'll probably switch to this.
That's a good idea. Cool.
Or try using the IDC cable that is included, so I can sort of move this over more to the center. So
right. Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah, it is kind of poking out there, but this is all just testing and prototyping.
Exactly. I was testing with a 64 by 64, and that was not working out well. With the IDC cable attached, it was getting a bunch of interference where it was like the whole screen was jittery. So I'll see how that works with this. If not, I'll try to hide it somehow with like a stand or something. We've already done stands in the past where they just screw into the inserts that are in the back there. They just screw in 3 millimeter screws. So that might be another option if we don't want to hang this on the wall. Yeah, nice.
Very cool. Very impressive to see the the animation in the background all generated with Claude code, and same for the clock itself, the analog clock, the way it's handling that. Cool.
And then all the variables are editable, so if you want to increase the frame rate of the way that the waves are, the velocity, like the intensity of the wave, and the colors, all that is all generated by code and all editable.
Wow. This is all Circuit Python, by the way, right?
Yeah, all Circuit Python. It's also based on the time of day as well. So each time of day has a different theme for the color of the hand and the background and all that.
Yeah.
Oops.
Oh no, what happened there?
That was the shutter speed mode.
Shutter mode. So you have a mode for camera. Can you see that flickering in real life when it's in the
No.
Right, because your eyes just cancel that shit out.
And then not all of them look good on camera. Like this
good,
the daytime. So it looks like like a beach sky in Florida. But I'll have to. Now I got to edit them based on what it looks like on the camera.
That one looks good. That one's a little Aurora looking.
Yeah, but again, this is the shutter mode. This is the non-shutter.
That's crazy.
Way more color depth in it. So now I got to adjust to.
What is the shutter mode doing? Do you know?
So the shutter mode. So I did it right before the show started because I noticed when I was putting it up on the webcam, the shuttering right before the show. I told Claude to add that mode. It's
right when you say
it's
that
like 2 paragraphs long, but what I got from it, I know I can't remember it because it was.
What's your prompt? What do you?
The prompt was, hey, can you adjust the shutter rate or the PWM so that it matches the shutter speed on a webcam?
Okay.
Flickering and trying to film and demoing, and it's like, okay, here, let me add a different mode. So the up button mode goes into the demoing mode for shutter speed to adjust it. It was like 2 paragraphs. I was just able to quickly glance, but it's something to do with the color depth. It's shooting it down to 2 or something like that, and then a bunch of other stuff that I can't remember right now.
No, of course, yeah.
I have to log into Claude on this computer so I can read back what that would be nice. It's in the other room,
right?
Yeah, where I'm doing all this stuff.
Well, that looks really cool. Anyone have any questions? Go ahead and drop them in the Discord about the parts or the project. If we may have missed, Pedro is using this display. It's a $30 display. It's a 32 by 32 RGB LED matrix panel with a 4mm pitch. And you are using the S3 Pi Portal. Is that correct?
Yes, matrix.
And
portal.
voila, it's actually in stock right now. So folks can pick that up.
Nice.
Love it when a thing is in stock that we are talking about. You might already have one. And if you do, maybe this is a good project for your matrix display. Yeah, very cool. Yeah, we don't have anything like this currently in the Learn system. So this is a really good project. Yeah, very cool. Very cool.
Yep, no API keys, no Adafruit IO required, just your TOML file with your Wi-Fi settings. So it's prior to the time sunk up.
Yeah, very cool. Okay. Do you think you'll have this ready for next week, or do you want to play with it a bit more?
I think so. The only thing I'm going to play with is just the diffusion thickness.
Mm-hmm. There could also be a request from Lady Ada or Mr. Lady Ada on features or something. Sometimes you'll post something.
Yeah. The only thing I think of is something with the stemma connection, like, I don't know, sense the orientation.
Oh, yeah. That could be a good thing.
I don't know what new sensors we have in, like have what is that, the new CO2 sensor that we have in, implement the project Carter did with the CO2.
Yeah.
Have it read that as well. So it's like like every 2 minutes it'll like show you what the CO2 levels are or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, we can ideate ideas for days. I mean, another thing is like, why not weather? It's raining. Oh, it's raining.
I thought about that. Yeah.
Sunset. Yeah. Oh, the moon phase. I want every feature ever. You gotta stop. But
yeah, no, that's why I wanted to stop, because the next one after this that they were suggesting was that Bluetooth sniffer, and I have some ideas for a different mode beyond the sniffing of the Bluetooth.
Yeah. Cool.
Checking the comments.
So I think this started at because it's a clock. I think it's been like 15 minutes or so, right? 5, 10 minutes or so. Because I remember the minute hand was like over here. You can't see my cursor, but it's actually working.
Yes, it's working.
It is almost 11:30 a.m. Eastern time, and those are the right placements.
I'll see it in the time lapse.
Right, you'll see it in the time. It'd be kind of cool to see that moving in a rapid succession.
I'll have to ask Claude to make another demo mode for that. So that
if you're filming it, that'd be cool to see the clock moving like this at a consistent speed. Yeah, amazing. You can just prompt it. Oh man. All right, any questions on Discord? Drop them in. No, Duester is typing. All right, so while Pedro was talking about that, I set up my display. My display is now set up as a MIDI receiving device. So whenever a MIDI note gets played, there's a MIDI keyboard, USB MIDI, plugging into my computer, which is the USB host. It's acting as a MIDI host. So I have some audio software called Logic Pro that just has an electric piano synthesizer, and then I have a channel that talks to the Cutie Pie here because it shows up as a MIDI device. So just playing some notes. So here you can see where the serpentine zigzag layout is showing what it's doing. Is going back and forth, which I could probably change if I wanted to, but I don't know. We'll see. So what is it? There you go. So those are the 5 notes in Close Encounters.
Looks so cool.
And it's pretty neat. I can change the octave. You see it plays in a different orientation. You go really high. It's not exactly like in the movie, because I think in the movie it's like somewhere around here. I couldn't offset it, of course, if I wanted to, but I don't know. It's kind of nice. I wish I could play the piano more. I can't really play that well, but I think I could do it. So here's an arpeggiator playing. It has an ARP mode. So an arpeggiator is just like, it's just running through the notes, and as you hold the notes down, it's just kind of doing arpeggio. So it's neat. It's a fun little display for piano players. Turn that off. Let's see, what else was I gonna yeah, so I'm still gonna play around with it and see if I want to add some code in here to make to handle the serpentine, because once you get at a certain point, it starts the NeoPixels are going backwards and the notes are going up. So in a chromatic scale, you're going up, and then somehow it's going back, and that might be not what you want. So I think I might ask Claude to make it so that it knows that there is a serpentine layout, and I think the NeoPixel library can handle that, or there's some code that can handle that. Cool. Yeah, so that's the demo. Still gonna work on it, and want to do a couple of design edits to the frame itself, and yeah, I think that's that wraps it up there.
Super cool.
Cool. Thank you, June on YouTube for the good comment. I want to put the lobster in my tank. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I got some questions here, or some comments. Duester is saying he once visited visioed a Close Encounters remake where a guy obsessed with SETI home sees and hears the signal and gets tracked down by the FBI and NASA while trying to get to the SETI offices, which are actually the aliens. It was a brief thought. And then one time they had a Raspberry Pi farm running SETI at home. Too bad they discontinued it. Oh, rain, blurry drops, snow. Oh yeah, for your clock, your matrix clock.
So what you can't see is that the nighttime has like these stars, randomized little stars around it that twinkle for the night mode, but they don't show up as well with the camera mode on.
Yeah.
But I was thinking things like that, like having different animated elements in there. Like during the day, you would see like these flamingos, like little pink pixelated little wings, you know, just like a V shape flying by every so often. But like you said, that's I think I'm done.
Yeah. Like I could just keep adding stuff to it, which is great. It's a good, like, if somebody has the hardware, you know, they can give their AI agent a try and see if they want to ideate different things.
Yeah. Speaking of which,
been more easier.
You know, the first comment that Duester said looks like a prompt for what's the video creation one that Google has, Nano Banana, or the one of them where it creates a whole video of what he just said. So it's Close Encounters remake.
Oh,
like it turns that whole prompt into like a video.
Right. That would be kind of cool. Cool. All right, so that's what we are prototyping. If you want to pick up a Matrix Portal S3 or some Seed Pebble NeoPixels or a 32 by 32 display, you get 10% off your order with Pixel Grid. The coupon code Pixel Grid will get you 10% off your order at adafruit.com. And we appreciate everybody putting in orders. Okay. That is the prototyping projects. What's going on with lobsters? I have my little lobster here as well. Well, mine is a cat toy.
I was having trouble finding something to 3D print for Community Makes, Timelapse Tuesday, and OpenClaw and ClaudeBot and MoltBot, Tiny Claw on the.
There's always Zoidberg. Your friend Zoidberg.
It is Zoidberg.
Great meme there.
So I saw this tiny lobster and was like, oh, okay, that fits the theme with all the, AI agent helpers. We got a tiny lobster. Flexi.
Is it
It's a keychain. Oh, is it BT's inspiration for like a wearable Mac Mini that's running OpenClaw?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, maybe this could be. It has like a little keychain hole, so maybe you can attach that so you can visually see which one has OpenClaw installed on it. I don't know. Super cute little lobster.
All right, let's see you 3D print this thing. Oh, so the appendages are
they snap in
separate parts.
Yeah.
Okay. Was there support material on there, or was it just like a brim?
Just the bottom where the little holes are for the legs to snap into. That's the only place the supports are. No brim required. I'm using the smooth PEI sheet, so it holds ears really well.
Yeah, you've really moved on from the textured PEI to like smooth PEI, all the things.
Yeah, I really need the brim. And then for the time lapse itself, I don't see that weird, like the sheen.
Yeah.
As much, and it's easier to color correct as well because it's like one smooth surface. So it's a bunch of different reasons why.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Yeah, it also because of the multicolor faux glass.
Oh yeah, and the diffusion.
Yeah. And now for diffusion.
Since I'm still doing the diffusion stuff, yeah, it works out perfectly for that.
Wow. Yeah, I don't even think I have a smooth PEI. I only have the textured ones because it came with the printer.
Yeah, it should be on our
yeah, I'll order one.
Amazon.
Okay, so this mini lobster is on makerworld.com. It was uploaded by Flexi, JIMGA, and they have a bunch of
check out that one. Yeah,
designs.
Look at how he's eating it.
Yeah. Where's all of the filament purge? Purge poops.
And then he put the rubber bands on the claws.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Oh, and there's the blue one.
Oh yeah, there's a blue one. I should have made a blue one.
Yeah.
Why didn't I think of that?
Yeah. I've seen a blue one when we were visiting Maine, Portland.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're very pretty. I don't think there's a green one, but whatever color you want. Is there a green one? Maybe.
No, I think there's a purple one.
They have tons of awesome. They have a little ferret. Very cute. Ooh, a little snake. You can wrap around your finger. Anyway, lots of fun, great designs from them, and make a big one, I guess, if you're into secret stations. Yeah, very cool. So it's a free model. You can download it now. Links in the descriptions. Does anyone have any lobster stories? Anyone? Why not Zoidberg? It says man, I miss Futurama.
Always.
Horror movie idea, Tiny Lobsters, that has a carapace open up and Tiny Lars pops up. You got some great ideas there. And just people voicing their crabs and lobsters and sea crustaceans. All right. So now that we've done the time lapse, let's go ahead and look at the 2 community makes that were shared with us this week. We have a make and a remix of the sci-fi lamp that I did with LED noodles. This was posted up by Digital Arc on printables.com. And they said they wanted it to look like a sci-fi prop, ended up with more of a Fisher Price's My First Warp Core. I still like it, they said. They say I wanted that's basically what they said. They said I added an acrylic tube, 60 millimeter outer diameter, PWM dimming with an Arduino Nano with some WS2812B strips for sparkle. So they added the RGB NeoPixels to it, and along with the the LED noodles. I've been wanting to redo this project because we now have LED noodles that have the positive and negative leads on one side. This one has it on both sides. So it's very difficult to assemble. You had to create this thing where you kind of like had to feed it back into the center core of it. It was a very challenging assembly. with those noodles. So maybe I'll redo this one, but it's fun to see folks. I think this is the first remix of this prop. Yeah, so that's really cool. So shout out to Digital Arc for posting that up. And just for a reminder, this is what the original looks like. It's just, I think 6 of them. Is it 6 of them? I think it might be 6 of the LED noodles in all the colors. And it's soldered to, I think, a cutie pie with a, what is this thing called? The Perma Proto board. Oh, here's a nice cat animation of it. It is challenging. It's got a couple makes. I think somebody was like, this was way too hard to build. Yeah, this person here was like, this was so hard to build. It really is it's a challenging build just because of the way the wiring is a little bit it requires some finesse, shall we say.
To point out that it is more forgiving, that noodles,
isn't it?
With the when I was messing with the one where it's all on just one side, they are so thin. Like I broke them.
They are, yeah. So since we have a little bit of time, I'll bring up the noodle here. So if you type in LED noodle, I think they're just called nudes, LED nudes. These are the regular ones. I believe they're the 300 millimeter ones in terms of length. How do we differentiate? Single-ended. That's the key word, is single-ended. So you'll see here in the product name, single-ended nudes, and they have the connection. So it makes wiring so much easier, you know.
You just got to be careful. They are paper thin.
They are paper thin, and I believe they're hard to solder to. Is that right?
I think I broke them soldering to them. So
yeah,
be super careful.
Right. Yeah, I think Erin had a similar issue where she's like, I can't solder to these or something. Oh man, so even then, that's so challenging. Right?
And then when I had the terminal too, like clamping onto them, it broke them too. So they're pretty delicate.
Yeah, because it's like copper tape or something at the end of those. Excuse me. Yeah, but I think they come in all the same colors, right? Yeah, pink, and they're all the same. So you should be able to.
You know, the other ones, on the other hand, are like a jumper pin. It's like a metal pin. You can like
those break off. I've broken my share of them. They're difficult to work with, but that's just the nature of these.
No, they're more easier. The dual-sided ones, yeah, because it is like a pin, like a metal pin. This one's like super flat.
Yeah. Just looking at the data sheet here. Nice data sheet.
Yeah, the suggested from Lobster, solder paste and a heated gun.
Yeah, I was just thinking of that. Also, I was thinking of bare conductive ink, which sometimes it's not so great. It has a shelf life, so if I have it, it's probably expired. Right? Isn't it like dry rot or something? I don't know. Could be wrong, but yeah, it's a good idea. It's a solder paste and a heat gun. That might be a good idea. Might be worth revisiting. Okay, so that is one of the makes, and that's so cool. And the last one to round it off, this was an interesting project as well. It's the AirPods Max headphones ear covers. Yeah, headband and ear covers. Yeah, so this is printed with TPU filament. I made some cat ears and some other things. I think a unicorn.
Is there any explanation on that? I am super curious on. Have you seen the knockoff ones that look exactly like the Apple ones? Where they look like 1-to-1, and they're like $60 or $80.
Wow. Yeah, these are very expensive headphones.
I know, that's what I'm thinking.
$500. Yeah. It was a suggestion from PT. I did not want to purchase, but he offered, and I was like, okay. So the original idea was to make Lego compatible headband that would press fit into the mesh, and we did that, and that was cool. But then he also wanted to do these
ear cuffs,
these side panels that also had Lego things, which I did as well. And you can do that. Like, this is Blinka. That's cute. Yeah. So folks like the cat ears, because like, you know, people love cat ears. Somebody at least made the Lego one, which was kind of neat.
Customizable.
Yeah, and then more cat ears, right? The cat ears came out really good. I love how round and cat ear like they are. Those are fun. Yeah, why not? You know, add it to your. No one's done the unicorn though, at least here on printables. But shout out to 3D Druck fan, which I believe is printing in German.
I think so.
For posting up their make of the AirPod Max headband. And those are the community makes this week. Thank you everybody for posting them up. What a time to be alive. You can put cat ears on your $500 headphone.
Yeah, I'm super curious if they work on the knockoff ones, like the sizing and everything.
Yeah, I don't think they wouldn't if they're like using the exact same size.
It looks like it's the exact same. Like the ear muffs pop out and everything.
Did you see these at the mall, or where did you see these?
TikTok.
TikTok. Yeah. Yeah. Power cell for Stargate Atlantis. Yeah. From Duester.
Oh my God. Rufio is dreaming over here on the bed. He's like running.
Oh, is he doing the puppy dreams? It's cute. All right. I think that's all the things we wanted to talk about on the show. We are prototyping next week. We'll probably have a new project of Pedro's Matrix display clock with animations and other cool stuff. Don't forget about our sale. If you want to pick up a Raspberry Pi A+ case or accessory, you can go to the website and see all the deals there. We also have freebies, and we have our coupon code. Pixel Grid will get you 10% off your order, and we appreciate everybody ordering things. And we're working on getting all the things back in stock. New products maybe tonight. We'll see. We do have new products right now, and Lamar is spinning up. We'll get back into some more bigger products in the coming weeks. All right, later tonight, if all things go well, Lamar and Phil might host tonight's show and tell. If not, one of the other members on the team will host. Last week, shout out to JP for hosting as a makeshift host. I was on there last week showing off my version 1 of this light bar.
Nice.
And we invite you to come on, show and tell. Starts at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. You'll come on by the Adafruit Discord server to get a link if you want to share your project, so you can join. And then tomorrow is Thursday, JP's workshop. He'll be live streaming at 4 p.m. Eastern time. Scott is on, I believe he's doing it this week on Friday. If not, maybe we'll have Tim come on by and stream. On Mondays is the CircuitPython weekly meeting that happens at 2 p.m. Eastern time. And now on Tuesdays, Deep Dive with Tim on Tuesdays. He's been doing it. This is his second time, I believe. He streams now on Tuesdays at 11 a.m. Eastern time. And then on Tuesday, JP's product pick of the week at 4 p.m. Eastern time. And then we're back around to Wednesday. So I think we have like every day of the week now. Yeah, we have every day of the week. This live stream shows. So it's cool. And then Lady Ada has been doing her live streams on the weekends. So it's great to have her back. So yeah. I need to scroll up and fix that. Okay. All right. I think that's it. Yeah.
That's all for the show.
All right. Well, thanks everybody so much for watching. We'll be here next week. But until then, remember to make a great day.
Day.
Bye, folks.